Happy New Year, Simmers. I'm Cool Oldster, and this year, 2020, I'm changing things up. My plan is to put up a video a week. I really don't like it when I'm expecting a video from someone and I wait and wait because I want to see what the story is. And I know I've been really bad. I apologize, but that's 2019. And for 2020, I'm sticking to a schedule. I'm also planning to start a new neighborhood. I picked this particular neighborhood because I'm having so much fun with it. There are many surprises, Easter eggs, in the families as well. So hopefully you'll come along on this ride with me. Are you ready? Let's begin. As you can see, I'm in the loading screen, and here's all the towns. These are the normal towns that you see. Here's Old Town, which I was playing, Pleasant View, Strange Town. We're not playing any of those. Veronaville, some really cool towns I downloaded, Newbon and Fontaine, which is awesome, and Nikojima, which is really great, but I can't record it because the shots are too narrow in the buildings. But wait, Pleasant View. Aha, this is what we're playing. It's the alternative version of Pleasant View. Are you ready? Let's begin. Aha, this is what we're playing. The alternative version of Pleasant View. So come with me as I show you the camera, the overhead camera that shows Pleasant View. It's really cool. I think you'll love it. Same thing, but as you can see, it's going to be a little bit different. So let's go. You come into Pleasant View in the beginning of winter. As the camera swings over the neighborhood, you'll notice the condo section looks a little bit different. Oh, wait, here is the trailer park section. Look at these homes. That's, the shape of that house looks the same, but it's different. It's very different. Here is my Pleasant View. And I have 9 different families that I'm going to take you through. But first, I want to show you the town. So here we have the Pleasant View Plaza and the Ice Cafe. They are commercial buildings. This was moved over here. Oh, look, it's not the Goth home. Here's another home. Oh, wait, that's not the Pleasant home. This has been moved back here, and this is kind of a farming section over here. Here's a Winter Wonderland. This is the trailer section. Wait, the Burb home? What you say? Main Street, Pink Flamingo, where Brandy met Skip. Right? Brandy met Skip there, I believe. It's in the picture. Pleasant View Recreation Center. Here's Pleasant Bookstore and Coffee. These are ones I downloaded. Main Street Park, 300 Main Street, and here is the condo section. Goth? What? Yep. And you'll see the others. Now, I will put this town in the links, and there's one more family that I'm not showing you yet, by the way. So if you're interested in getting this town, I added like this, and these, but the rest of it is pretty much the way the town came. I was also inspired by a Tumblr post and I will give you the links to that got me started with this. Let's begin. Hi Simmers, I am just adding in that I think I'm going to cut this into two parts. I'm going to do 4 families and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 families in the second part, because I don't want it being too terribly long because this is an introduction. So you'll get part 1 now, and then you'll get part 2 later. All right, on to the story. All right, so basically what I did was I took each family and I switched stories with another family, except for one family stayed the same, but everybody else switched stories, and then they got to move to the house that fit their story. I also went in and I didn't change everybody's aspiration, but most of them I did. I rolled for their aspiration. Everybody has a different primary and secondary, so I made sure I actually made a little list. So nobody is primary romance aspiration and then secondary family along with somebody else. Everybody's different. I changed their personality a little bit, so they're kind of a hybrid of who they were before, but if they were family, now they're romance, they're going to act more romance, but some of their family aspiration might be retained. So we're going to start with the Broke household. And their story is, can Brandy bounce back after the disappearance of her husband Skip? And Dustin is eager to grow up and start a family of his own, but can he tame his femme fatale? So let's go in and see what happens with the Broke family. All right. Here is the Broke family. This is Brandy, Dustin, her teenage son, and Bo, her baby. And I'm going to do this a little bit differently because to me this kind of set it up. First I'm going to show you their story and then I'll show you their house. All right. This is the Broke home. It's the most expensive home in the town of Pleasant View. Brandy was devastated by the disappearance of her husband Skip. However, she's quickly discovering there are a lot of options for a young, beautiful scientist like herself. She will have so many suitors, it's like living in a Jane Austen novel. Dustin has been quiet and difficult to read since the abduction. He spends most of his time in his room writing poetry. Meanwhile, little Bo is already showing flashes of genius. The Brokes might have a prodigy on their hands. 1 year ago, this family arrived in town to buy this mansion. Skip had some good luck as a sports bettor in Las Vegas. His wife Brandy got her dream job as a medical researcher in Sim Labs in Sim City. But Brandy was more of a country girl and wanted to live nearby in a more rural setting like Pleasant View. So the family, Skip the dad, Brandy the mom, Dustin the teen, and Bo the toddler, came to this town to live in their forever home. Brandy is okay with her commute to Sim City. One night, Skip indulged his hobby and decided to look at the stars. He so loves things mysterious and mystical. But this time something happened, and that was the last time his family saw him. Although Brandy is fine financially, she has a terrible secret that may haunt her forever. She was about to confess to Skip just before he disappeared. And as we play this, we will find out her secret. So here is their living room. And here is their dining room. And basically, since I moved the families out that were there, I had to redecorate everything. I feel like I did a pretty good job. Here's their kitchen. And their little spot with a piano. And oh, here's Dustin's friend taking a dump. That's lovely. All right, upstairs. Upstairs is a little bit different. Here is Beau's room, and here is Dustin's room, and here's the bathroom. And as you can see, this overlooks, here's another bathroom. This overlooks downstairs. And then the next floor, this is Brandy's room. And then finally, oh yes, you may notice this, which helped a little bit in getting skipped back. And then here is the telescope. So here's their yard. Oops. This used to be a graveyard when the Goths lived here. Now it has a wishing well and it is a garden. And here's a place for the kids to play. Well, the kid. And here's the rest of their backyard. This Garibaldi is the Broke home. Next up is the Pleasant home. Daniel is pursuing his dream of being king of the robots, while his daughters fight it out. He may have found his muse, but will his creations be enough to win her affections? Let's check out the Pleasants, folks. Here is Daniel Pleasant asleep all alone in his bed. And here's Angela Pleasant, and she is wearing her outerwear and watching TV for some reason. And as you can see, Lilith ran away. So let's look at their story. The Pleasant home. This family consists of the dad, Daniel, and his twin girls, Lilith and Angela. Sort of. The Pleasants. When Daniel's wife passed away, Daniel realized life was too short not to quit his job and make time for his robotics. It's not proving very lucrative yet, but he's sure he can make it work now that he has found women who inspire him so much. I'm looking at you, Dina, or Kaylin, or Cassandra. Perhaps now that he will be home more, he can also try and mediate the wars raging between his two daughters, nerdy and nice Lilith, and sporty and flirty Angela. The girls. Lilith in the back is kind of a nerd. She loves studying, but no one in her family, except maybe her grandparents, understand her. Angela, on the other hand, is quite sporty, but a classic bitch. She doesn't understand why no one seems to like her, except for her boyfriend. About 5 years ago, Mary Sue was heartbroken over catching Daniel and Kaylin in bed. Mary Sue's time has come. After catching her hubby with a maid, she aged dramatically and just stopped eating. Oh no, this is not right. I have more time, please. Sorry, sis. Let's go. I got a lot of stuff to do. Ah! Daniel accepts sympathy from Cassandra. After all, she was Mary Sue's best friend. Will this blossom into more? Only time will tell. Meanwhile, Daniel begs Lilith not to run away again. He promises her that he will do whatever it takes to keep this family intact. Daniel's fed up with Angela. Why is she hanging out in the bathroom while he's showering? Get a life, you weirdo. Angela is fed up with her father, too. She runs away multiple times. Now Angela is brought home after the cops find her. Daniel doesn't know what to do to keep his girls happy. Lilith ran away 5 times. Daniel is throwing a drink on Angela because he's convinced that Lilith ran away because of her. This family's anything but pleasant. As you can see, this version, they are way, way more dysfunctional than they even were in the regular maxi version. So here's their home. Yes, this was the Dreamer's home, but it's been renovated for them. So here is their living room area, and they have a little desk over here. And here's the bathroom, which is very similar to how it was before. And here's their kitchen. with their fanciful chairs. Upstairs is quite different. Here's Daniel's room. And Lilith's room for when she comes back. I mean, Lilith actually has the bigger room. Yeah, she does. And then here's Angela's room with all her little sporty stuff. Now, here is Daniel's robot station. As you can see, this particular one has gone crazy and is making lots of puddles, which I don't think is going to work too good with the microphone, but we'll see. And here's some of the creations he's made. So he just wants to hang around and make robots. That's his thing. And here's the bathroom. All right, outside they have a swing set and a few more flowers and a car, but it's not too much different than, at least the bones of it aren't, than the Dreamer home was. Oops. So here is the lovely, pleasant home of the Pleasants that are anything but pleasant. All right, next up is the Oldies. Well, here are the Oldies, which, as you can see, is the only family that hasn't changed, kind of. Their aspirations have changed, but their story hasn't changed. The Oldies are simply one of the nicest families around. The years together, through good and bad, have made them into the wonderful parents and grandparents they are today. So that changed. That didn't change, sorry. But a few other things have changed for them. So here you see the Oldies asleep in their bed. And let's see what their story says. The Oldie home. The Oldie family, Herb and Coral, try to stay out of the town drama and all its silly love triangles, which I didn't spell right, preferring to sit back and enjoy their golden years. Lately, they've been planning trips to other countries, hoping to see a bit of the world before they die. They enjoy their various hobbies. Coral does the crossword every day. Herb loves puttering around in the garden. Coral is very sociable with the neighbors. She enjoys talking to Darren, here's Darren, about art, and meeting Jennifer Burb, here's Jennifer Burb. Herb and Coral mainly like to sit around and watch TV together. That sounds perfect. While watching TV one night, these two came up with a plan that will change their life and maybe the life of a loved one. So, yeah, all the other stuff about them sounds totally boring. Yes, to me, too. But there's going to be a little surprise with them that will kind of shake things up and make it not so boring. So here's their little bedroom, their hall. They have a lot of IKEA stuff because, yeah, it's not old-fashioned, but it's cheap. And, you know, the game, they didn't give them any money. Now, I gave them more, that obviously, than the game had. It just doesn't make any sense for them to be gotten this far in life and not have any money. Anyhow, they have this nice little house. Here is a spare bedroom. I guess that was Mary Sue's when she was little. And then here is their living room and kitchen. And here's their garden. And that is the Oldies. So, we will come back and see what's up with them at another time. But now, let's go visit the Burbs. And here is the Burb home. Jennifer was left to raise her daughter alone following her husband's suspicious pull-ladder accident. With Lucy acting out, can Jennifer teach her to make the right choices in life? And let's go see what's up with the Burbs. And here we are in the Burb home, which was formerly the Broke home, but the Burb story changed. And as you notice, Jennifer is still around. In the Pleasant story, Daniel is still around. Mary Sue is the one that got axed, and John is the one that got axed. I wanted to kind of keep the original Sims that were in The Sims 1 in, so that's why I chose to do it that way. Alright, so let's go to their story and see what happens with these folks. The Burb home. The Burb family, a newly single mom with a critical lack of funds. Jennifer Burb is just trying to do the best for little Lucy's sake. Lucy was always a daddy's girl, and the loss of John has left their relationship somewhat strained. With another baby on the way, well, babies, right? Jennifer could really use a helping hand, and that was a surprise to me. About a year ago, Jen and John try for baby. Little do they know what will happen in their future. They don't realize it, but this is the best it will ever be for them. Tragic. John drowns in a tragic accident. No one knows how this happened and why John went swimming that day. Jennifer feels guilty because she was gardening in the front with her headphones on. The Grim Reaper gets another one today. And soon after that, twins Austin and Bridget arrive. Twins really puts a strains on the budget. Jennifer may have to start selling things soon. She's a bit desperate. Lucy wakes up with another bad dream. She can't seem to shake the feeling that another tragedy is just around the corner. That may be why she decided to take her life in her own hands and do something about shaping the future or the past. And yes, oops, surprise with Lucy, so you got to see one of them. Yes, Lucy is indeed a witch. And that's how she's coping with this. So that's kind of my first little surprise with this neighborhood. I made her a witch when she was a child. I got a mod that you can do that. So I think this is going to be really fun to play with this family. And here's Jennifer. Here's her room. I'm going to put the walls up so you can see everything. I really like how this room came out. They got a kitten because Lucy wanted one when she was little and her mom wanted to get her what she wanted because she didn't have much. And here's the twins' room. And then here's Lucy's room. Here's their little kitchen, which I think is adorable. And their bathroom is over here. And I don't know how she could be pregnant because I don't think she wooed with anybody. Maybe she did, I don't remember. I hope not. And then here's their kind of cool looking living room. It is the first day of winter, so they do have holiday decorations up. And here's the garden that she was working on when her husband died. So she does feel terribly guilty about that. And here's the pool in the backyard. She just hasn't gotten rid of it. And in here is, well, we'll save that for next time. So that is the, I want to say Broke family, but it's not. It's the Burb family. There we go. The Burb family. I think they're going to be one of my favorite ones to play. I always like playing Brandy Broke in this house, and I really like the challenge of it. So we will see what we will see. All right, the next up, which is vastly different, is the Dreamer family. So Simmers, I've decided that I'm going to cut this into 2 parts so it's not too terribly long. So I'm going to end this here. If you're not a subscriber and you would like to be a subscriber, please hit that subscription button. And until next time, Simmers, keep on simming. It's cool, Oldster. Bye!